Mirror, Mirror by Sean Edwards. We've all possibly read the story, perhaps watched it on the big screen. The witch who said, "Mirror, mirror," you probably know what I mean. I've got a different tale, about a journey that was taken, how a young boy stepped into a different world, into a land forgotten and forsaken. He was on holiday with his parents, staying in an old country home. It was both beautiful and stately. His parents told him not to roam. Yet there was an uneasiness about the place. With his creaking floorboards, there were suits of armour standing tall, all brandishing swords. They had dinner that night in the banqueting hall. Other families were present. After there would be entertainment and a ball. It was the loveliest night. Mum and Dad had a twirl. I then noticed someone watching me, such a pretty, pretty girl. She motioned me to join her. Then she asked me my name. I said, "My name is Sam." She said her name was Jane. This was her home. She then offered me a tour. So many rooms I was shown. Then we came to a door with a big number 4. Opening the big oak door, it was empty apart from a mirror made of glass. It was hanging on the wall. Little did I know what was about to pass. Jane then said with a smile, "Look into the mirror. What do you see?" I found it a strange question. "It's a mirror. I see you and me." "Look harder," she then said. "Open your mind. Step through the glass. Have a look. See what you might find." She could see I was confused. Taking my hand, we walked forward. Obviously, this was some kind of magic. I was in a strange land holding a sword. Jane looked like a princess. There was a crown upon her head, with her hair cascading down her back, a most beautiful red. Jane then spoke again. "Thank you, Sam, for believing. This is my father's kingdom. Sadly, there has been some deceiving. My uncle has taken the throne with deceit and lies, locking my father in a dungeon, power being his prize. I need your help, Sam. We need to take back the throne. I really need you, Sam. I can't do this alone." Her beautiful eyes held a tear. I vowed then I would do what I could. It felt the right thing to do what I should. Jane then explained her plan. We had to be strong and resolute. There was a wise lady to visit who lived alone and destitute. Yet if you give her some gold that came from a magic well, she would arm us with words from a magic book. She'd share a spell. We travelled into a dark night, walking for hours and hours. Then the sun would rise. We were in a meadow with flowers. In the middle we found the well with a ladder heading into the abyss. But at the thought we descended, I thought I heard a hiss. There was no water at the bottom, just a tunnel leading into a well-lit cave. Then we heard a hissing voice. "What is it you crave?" It was a giant snake with fangs. This is where he'd live. I then said, "We only need some gold. Have you any you can give?" The snake then smiled with the wickedest sneer. With words again flowing, it's time you both felt fear. With a swish of its huge tail, he swept Jane off her feet. Knocking her sideways, I ran forward to meet. The snake was too slow. I hit him hard with the handle of my sword. He was unconscious on the floor. I swear he even snored. Lifting Jane quickly off the floor, we gathered some gold. Jane then said, "Thank you, Sam, for being ever so bold." Climbing back up the ladder into the awaiting daylight, we swiftly then retraced our steps, ready to take on her uncle's might. We again found the wise old lady who was grateful for the gold. She then opened her magic book, giving us the words to behold. As we got to the palace, we were arrested and chained, taken straight into her uncle, whose eyes were trained. He stared at us with disdain, not quite believing we had the nerve. With words he offered a dungeon. Time is what we would serve. Then we both spoke together, with words he didn't understand. His time as a ruler was at an end of this most beautiful land. The magic set upon him, he seemed to disappear into a fog. Then we heard some barking. We had turned him into a dog. His cohort soon ran. The king was quickly released. There was a huge celebration with a plentiful feast. The kingdom was again free. Jane gives Sam a kiss on the cheek. Sam then closed his eyes, and someone would speak. Sam, Sam, wake up, young man. You have fallen fast asleep. It's time you all went to bed. I couldn't help but leap. Then I looked high upon the wall. There was a beautiful painting. It was Jane with a beautiful smile, with her red hair cascading. The end.